Okay, we'll start with this one. The prime objective of going to Nimbin with the V2 and Carmel wasn't to play music. I think it was to see a band and find mushrooms. The music was sort of incidental to the whole evening, really. And we got Lindy, Queen's Hotel, everybody there, hot boozy nights. What more can you say? Yeah. I probably didn't know her at the time. I was just taking my usual photos of interesting people, her holding her jug. And yes, of course, the Ed Wreckage photo. That's, so V2 was only about 4 metres that way. Another photo of him there, lying down. Oh yeah, go-betweens played everywhere, so you had to get photos of them eventually, didn't you?
Yeah, and something I mean, it's good to see Bruce Anton.
He's in a few photos.
Yeah. There's been no kind of concerted effort on my part. To place things and time things, to go, oh, well, that's, I mean, some things I know, that's the refec, but I wouldn't know what date that was, so I could probably find out.
Oh, if you get on to...
Don has a lot of information about that, which is great. Yeah. And that was, for instance, those two nameless people there, that's at the 279 Club. And I only know that because one of my stupid posters is behind them, and I can't imagine why it would be anywhere
else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also the wood panelling thing, that's a 279 thing.
Yeah, I was saying to Paul earlier, I like the fact that it's good to see the kids of these kids.
Yeah. So. It is, it's great.
We've seen that photo plenty of times before, but that's what I was saying. You see it printed.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, it's really, really sort of different. You get a lot more out of it. There she is. I don't know whose head that is, though.
I think it's green.
At the Brisbane, is it, or somewhere?
Yeah, the Brisbane.
Yeah. Did you know Arena well?
No, not really. No.
What about Jeffrey? Did you know Jeffrey?
Yeah, pretty well.
Yeah. It was interesting finding out about Jeffrey. Talking to Chris, his sister, was really interesting, And Mal and Jeffrey were really good buddies.
Yes. Well, that's the Rock Against Forster bashing, is that it?
Yeah, it's at a hall, so it probably is, yeah.
Another night at the...
Relax block.
Yeah.
Great chairs. Why don't they have chairs like that at gigs anymore? I know, seriously, it was like going to a gig was like being in a lounge room, like depending on where you were, but it's appropriate that it's called the Relax Block.
Yes.
A lovely bit of vinyl lounge chair.
So was UQ very popular gig at the
Well,
time?
Triple Z ran all these, and they were based there. So they didn't get kicked off campus until, 84?
Even later,
86, 86, 87.
When the right wingers got into the union. Yeah. And so it was a bit of a hive because it had this big refec, and then there was a big open area where there always used to be good lunchtime kind of political activity and talking, and then over the other side...
Down the Chanel.
The Chanel was out the back, and then downstairs was Triple Z, and there was the activity centre where all the screen printing posters went on. But the Relax Block, it was great. It was we did a bunch of shows there.
That's where Razor played the first, because it was all hyped up on, like Triple Z, with Michael Finucane interviewing them. And
really?
Like that. And they get up there and they're playing away, and then the very last song, they swap guitars.
Oh, great.
And start smashing, you go, they didn't want to smash the good one, they bought
bought the rubbish. Yeah, that's right. The $2 guitar.
Jane, she was everywhere.
It was good to see Jane last night. She was everywhere, wasn't she?
We went to whatever was happening, and there wasn't much happening.
No. So you went to everything. That's exactly right. And also because, a lot of people were on the dole, so everyone had time to kill, and you got bored sitting around the house all day, you wanted to go out and see people at night time. I'm really interested in knowing what you think about it now. Like, it's such a strange thing for 50 years later or 45 years later for this to come back to, you know, I suppose a place where you would never have imagined that we would be standing here talking about this, or that there'd be a book of your photos out there on the...
Oh, you would never expect to be doing it either, 45.
No, absolutely not. Gary always used to say to me, look, you know, there was no future. No future was our catch cry, and that's really true. We really didn't think...
Well, it all vanished, you know, like 1980, that was it.
Yeah, it was gone. Yeah.
It was slipping away in 79, and then 80 it was...
Yeah, that's really true. It became quite a different kind of world, you know, not only the sort of music that was being made, people's attitudes and everything changed. I like this because it's the only photo of this band that I'm aware of.
Ah.
I think it's certainly the only photo in your collection, but I've never seen a photo of the five of us together.
So it's only normally three or something? Or
well,
four?
after this there was four of us, Lindy, me, Raina and Michael O'Connell, and then Lindy and Michael left, and there's lots of photos of me and Raina doing stuff together after this, but that's the only photo of the
five.
The five of us, yeah. And there are photos from before this, before I joined as well, but I wish will we ever find out her name, you know. She'll always be a mystery.
Do reverse image search on Google.
Oh, look at this fellow on the cop car.
It's funny because I found somebody who I thought was her, and she said it can't be me. I mean, it's really like her, and she said it can't be me. I wasn't in Brisbane till 1981. I was like, oh well, you know. And I don't think this is 81. I think this is before then. Same thing, relax block, probably the same, maybe the same night. I'm not really sure about that.
Probably.
I'd have to go back and have a look. I love this photo of Jeffrey.
With the police and
with the cops, yeah. There's another photo of Michael Finucane.
Organising a march down the road.
I wasn't there that night, but it was
Michael Finucane, because it was a big march the next day. So.
Yeah, right.
And Michael Finucane's there going, come on, let's have a march.
Start early.
Yeah. And of course, only one cop car showed up. You know, they weren't going to get out.
It's a great shot. The sort of the drama of it all, you know.
Yeah, they're going, oh my God, it's bleeding, and then
He's like, I was wondering what he was holding when I first saw the shot.
There's another photo of the picture that he smashed. So the gig was at the Lang Park Leagues Club, and you can tell the story.
Yeah, it was some Lang Park, you know, rugby league great, and he went along and smashed it. Blood everywhere, into there.
Cops.
Well, the two cops.
Eventually. Oh yeah, two cops. I love this photo of
and I think Razor was supposed to play. I think it was Ronnie Ribbits or something. Yeah, and they didn't play.
Yeah.
Everyone got kicked out.
Was it a Leftovers and Razor gig or something?
No, Ronnie Ribbits or something.
Who was that?
Ronnie Ribbit.
Oh, Ronnie Ribbit and the Toadettes. Yes. This is a lovely photograph of lovely people.
I'll just take it, like nothing staged for me.
No, and I think there's a whole bunch of photos around this. There's a lot of kind of wrestling and just a whole bunch of people having a nice afternoon.
Yes. Oh, yeah, scone and tea. Yeah.
Oh, really classy.
No, there used to be a lot of scone making back then. You think punks hitting the booze, you'd go over to Trade Terrace or Drying Street and it would be, let's make some scones.
Oh, I love it. It's
Oh, there's a John. You're in here.
It's half of my head.
It's half of your head.
My daughter said to me, my sister said to me last night, she said, what have you just been to Ash Wednesday or something? You know, no, I haven't. I don't know what I'm doing here. I like this one. It's a great bunch of people. It's really nice to see Claire, Irena and Sue and Dave Stubbs, who didn't turn up last night. Stevie didn't turn up last night. I don't think I've seen Noya Murray for a long time. Colin lives in Germany.
So there's another popular punk venue, the Exchange Hotel.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it was the only one for a long time.
Yeah. I think David Darling opened up the Exchange because I think he had opened up the Queens for Triple Z, and he was realised that there was a bit of a market for this punk stuff, and the Queens wasn't really appropriate. I think it was a bit too big. But yeah, it's lovely that, you know, they're almost family shots, you know.
Can I just say the wonderful thing is that so many of the photos are named. You've actually got people's names.
I've done a lot of work to get to that point.
It's
and
amazing.
they're not totally accurate, but they're pretty close. Yeah. And it's ever expanding. You know, I'm constantly filling in gaps. And
it's great. I'm really impressed.
well, last night it was a beauty. There are two people who I've never known their names, and last night somebody said, "That's so and so, and that's so and so," and I thought, "Great, I wrote that down."
Robert Forster reckons he remembers the name of the drummer in this photo.
Well,
The hidden drummer.
The Ronnie Ribbits drummer.
the Ronnie Ribbits drummer.
Yes, because they played first and the next one played
I think
after.
Jared Lead might have played drums for Ronnie Ribbit. No, it could have been.
They just played 2 songs in between the bands.
Yeah,
It's,
okay.
go-between.
Ah. These guys at Sally's.
Yes. And that didn't last very long as a venue.
No, I had a chat to her about, you know, how that was set up, and, you know, I think Kim Porter came and helped to paint the walls, and it was or the tables or something. It was a bit of a, you know, it didn't last long.
The Numbers. They had to change the name because it was the Numbers in Sydney.
Well, the Riptides, I think, is a good name. I think they did well out of that. And then my favourite photo of all.
The curry shop.
I think so.
You
I
were
think
telling me about the curry shop last night.
Yeah, every Sunday night they used to have punk band.
Yeah.
Well, a few photos of the curry shop in these.
Yeah, no, your photos of the curry shop are absolutely fantastic because there aren't many others. You know, there's but yours are, you know, multiple nights, multiple photos.
The upstairs at the back.
Oh yeah, where the Dunnies were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all those people sitting along the wire fence. Yeah, I remember that.
You have to have that sequence of the hurdle.
Oh, the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fantastic. All of that, the battle between the women and the
hurdle.
the punk band. Yeah, that's
I
great.
didn't like the name. And it was really just it was pretty much a mock fight.
You captured it very well though.